Happy Holy Hump Day on this October 6th, everyone. I'm Pastor Robert. Welcome to this midweek time where I can share some spiritual thoughts and reflections with you. I'm here in our sanctuary for today's Holy Hump Day because it was just this past Sunday that we celebrated the sacrament of Holy Communion here at Athens First as part of World Communion Sunday, where Christians from all around the world and various Christian denominations join together in exhibiting our unity through the sacrament of Holy Communion. And I did a little research on this and found out that World Communion Sunday started in 1933 by a Presbyterian pastor. So we have a Presbyterian to thank for bringing Christians together in unity. But actually, it's this idea of unity within the Christian church is demonstrated here in the Gospel of John. And I'll read a couple verses from Jesus' prayer for his disciples in John chapter 17. And I'll begin here where he says, "All mine are yours, and yours are mine, and I have been glorified in them. And now I am no longer in the world, but they," meaning the disciples, "are in the world, and I am coming to you. Holy Father, protect them, protect the disciples in your name that you have given me, so that they may be one as we are one." And so Jesus was praying for unity among his followers. And so World Communion Sunday is one of those ways that we demonstrate our unity as Christians throughout the world, even though we have many differences, many different types of churches, many different ways of approaching faith. And so let me share some numbers with you that are kind of staggering of just how many different religious bodies they are within Christianity. So there are actually 47,000 denominations throughout the world. And even among Methodist denominations, and we are part of the United Methodist denomination, there are actually 17 other denominations that come from Methodism. So right there, it just shows how much diversity there is. Also, just think about Baptists. So when someone says that they are a Baptist, they could be referring to one of 38 Baptist-oriented denominations. So the question is, well, which Baptist denomination, are you a part? And also think about this. There are 7.6 billion people in the entire world. 7.6 billion people. Of those 7.6 billion people, 2.6 billion people claim the Christian faith. And so that's, I would say a higher percentage than I thought it was going to be, 2.6 billion out of the 7.6 billion. And of the 2.6 billion Christians in the world, 50% are Catholic, 37% are Protestant, 12% are Eastern Orthodox, and then 1.3% are other Christian bodies. And so those numbers just kind of show how much diversity there really is among Christian traditions and faiths throughout the world. And so I just want to close by sharing some thoughts about how unity and emphasizing the unity of Christians throughout the world, what that can help us to do in our faith. And the first thing I think it helps us to do is to remember that the church is so much larger than the church we might attend. And so I think it's wonderful that we express our faith through a particular local church. Like for us, it would be Athens First on 2 South College Street in Athens, Ohio. But this World Communion Sunday that we just celebrated reminds us that there are many, 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 many other churches that are also worshiping on any given Sunday morning. Also, I think unity among Christians helps us to remember to respect and appreciate other ways of worship and living out our faith. And then I think the third thing that unity among Christians helps us is to, even though we have so many different Christian denominations, our histories all trace back to the life, death, and resurrection of Jesus. And so those are three reasons that I think that World Communion Sunday and remembering our unity can help us as Christians. And I think it's interesting that even in our own Methodist history, John Wesley, the founder of Methodism, he was an Anglican priest in the Church of England. And in 1750, John Wesley preached a sermon called A Catholic Spirit. And let me go ahead and referring to universal. The word Catholic means universal and not always, a capital C referring to, a particular religious body like Roman Catholics. So Wesley was referring to a universal spirit of unity by calling this sermon A Catholic Spirit. And again, he preached this in 1750. And he's quoted as saying, "But even though a difference in opinions or modes of worship may prevent an entire external union, yet need it prevent our union in affection? Though we cannot think alike, may we not love alike? May we not be of one heart, though we are not of one opinion? Without doubt we may. In this all the children of God may unite, even though they retain these smaller differences. These remaining as they are, they may help one another increase in love and in good works." And so I think that's a great sermon that he preached, just emphasizing the importance of remembering and celebrating the unity that we do have as Christians throughout the world. I do invite you to worship with us at 9 o'clock or 10:30 in person here at Athens First this Sunday. You can also watch on our church's YouTube channel, our live stream, which begins at 10:25 Sunday morning. Our worship theme will be Stories of Generosity. I'm really looking forward to this theme where we share stories both in the Bible and both in our everyday lives where we have experienced generous people and how those stories inspire us to be generous in our giving and in our loving as we offer our gifts to God and to the church. And so join us this Sunday, and may God bless you as you go through your Holy Hump Day, remembering and celebrating the unity we have as Christians throughout the world.